Devin and Shakur.
Right.
Because those two boxing phenoms, you know, if you're not on that level mentally, like you're not even gonna compete with those two dudes.
Right.
You know?
It's such an interesting thing because a lot of people don't know. You know, the general public, when someone gets to like an elite level, they need some high profile fight in order for people to realize. Because all the boxing fans realize, like Shakur's a great example. He's not really a household name, but he should be.
Shakur sees that. He's anticipating something to come. He knows he's going to explode in. So what does Shakur do? Teo takes a big step in, Shakur takes a big step back. You know, again, always understanding because he has great eyes, understands boxing very well and movements. And Shakur's going to step out of range and make Teo fall short.
So much confidence in his power that he doesn't give a he's giving away a couple
Yeah, he
rounds
definitely be giving away rounds, but you know, he just in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Joe Rogan and Terence Crawford discuss the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight and say Shakur is on a higher level. They explain that this matchup is not only about boxing skills, but also about game plan, adjustments, and who can control the fight under pressure. Rogan praises Shakur's defense, while Crawford highlights his sharp timing and accuracy. Both agree this fight will show who is truly the best, as both fighters have talent, intelligence, and...
He's an elite fighter. He's so f***ing good. But he needs like a big, high-profile fight, like Gervonta did, you know, against
Nobody
Ryan
want to fight
Garcia.
him.
Right.
Nobody want to fight him.
Yeah.
And I see why. You know, I get it. But at the same time, you know, they're going to have to see him sooner or later. No matter what, no matter how far they go, they're going to have to see him sooner or later. So, you know, all these fighters, you know, he's calling out everybody. He's calling out the Pitbull. He's calling out Lomachenko.
Yeah.
He's calling out Devin. He's calling out, you know, Tank. He's calling out everybody.
Yeah.
And he want to fight everybody right now.
Right.
You know, and that's a dangerous man when you know how talented he is. And he's motivated. He's focused. He's stay in the gym. He's a gym rat. He loves boxing to the core. Like, yeah, that's a dangerous man right now because he got something on his mind that, you know, he wanna accomplish.
And he's still very young.
Yeah.
Very young and still getting better with every fight. Him versus Tank would be insane.
Yeah.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive. He's very explosive, and, you know, man, he be cracking them dudes.
Joe Rogan praises Shakur Stevenson's defensive style and overall boxing ability, calling it special. He explains that Shakur is great at reading opponents, predicting their moves, and controlling distance. This helps him stay calm, avoid danger, and take advantage of openings. Rogan believes this mix of smart defense and clean technique makes Stevenson one of the toughest fighters.
Best Philly shell since Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
His fucking defense was incredible.
Yeah. Defense, and he stayed. And that guy was putting the guy from Golden Boy, I can't remember his name, who he fought, but was just a good fighter and was really pressuring him. And Shakur stayed in the pocket.
Yeah.
He stayed in the
He
pocket.
also
Because
said
people
he's
were
not going
calling
to
him
fight
a
that
runner
way
before.
anymore.
He's not a runner, yeah.
But he said after that fight, I'm not going to fight that way anymore. He said I took too many shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he wanted to like put on a show and show everybody he's not just a runner. He could stand in the pocket.
Right.
Then he's like, why am I doing this? I'll box the shit out of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, he's a silver
get,
medalist,
too.
that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's
Yeah.
elite. He's elite.
Yeah.
And just one of the best, like, it's as far as...
Greg Hackett shares his thoughts on Teofimo Lopez, focusing on his mindset and physical skills. He says Lopez believes his best way to win is by knockout, using speed, power, and confidence. Hackett remembers how Lopez pressured Lomachenko with hunger and intensity. However, he says Lopez has changed since becoming famous. Even though Lopez has power, speed, footwork, and confidence, he does not always use them together. Sometimes the timing is off. Hackett believes that if Lopez can put everything together and stay focused, he can beat Shakur
mentally.
For sure.
You know what
For
I mean?
sure. Teo talking about you feel like he can get him out of there in 9. Do you feel like that's the only opportunity that he could do? to get the victory is by getting him out of there and not boxing Shakur?
I'm gonna tell you this. When Tio fought Lomachenko, right? I'll tell you what it was. His strength, his speed, and his mindset, that fight was why Lomachenko was so hesitant to throw. Tio could do the same thing to Shakur, but now it's a different day. He wasn't as famous as he is now as he was back then. He was more hungry.
Cool.
When he fought Lomachenko, he was hungry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since he's been really hungry and been really wanting to win the fight. I think this fight could be that, but his mindset, his focus, his strength, and everything, he got to bring everything to the table, and he could beat Shakur because he has the ingredients. The problem is he can't put them together. They don't. Sometimes he show up with the speed without the power. Sometimes he show up with the power without the footwork. Sometimes he show up with the footwork without the mindset. You know what I'm saying? He be in pieces. If he bring everything to the table, he'll be cool.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's the leader of the new school when it comes down to those two guys?
No. The leader of the new school would be Abdullah Mason. The reason why, he's 21 years old. He's been pro for
Tim Bradley breaks down the upcoming fight between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. He explains that their styles are very different. Lopez uses fast, explosive movements to create power in short bursts, making him dangerous and unpredictable. This aggressive style has made him known as a strong puncher, but it also comes with risks. Stevenson, on the other hand, is calm, patient, and highly skilled, with great timing and defense. Bradley believes Stevenson's smart and disciplined approach could slow down Lopez's power, turning the fight into a battle where strategy, patience, and timing.
The feet is what gets you in position to be able to land those shots. Footwork is extremely important. When I look at both these guys, and I look at Shakur's footwork, I look at Tio's footwork, and what I noticed about Tio's footwork in particular is that in order to be able to throw the amount of power that he has, I've noticed with Tio, there's always a subtle pause before he actually explodes. And Tio's a guy that likes to explode into contact, like to explode into his opponents, man, to land his offense. Fast, twitchy type muscles, fibers, he's extremely fast. Some may say that, his twitchiness kind of reminds him of like Roy Jones-esque type of, movements, how quick he's able to close that distance on his opposition. However, he's in there with a guy that is a master at controlling distance. That's he's a master at literally, getting in his position, right, in a position where he wants to be and taking away your positioning. And with doing so, he takes away your feet, and that's why I think feet are going to be extremely important in this. If you can keep your opponent off balance, for instance, let me just give you an example. It's like Tio explodes. There's a subtlety before he explodes with his offense. And as soon as Shakur sees that, he's anticipating something to come. He knows he's going to explode in. So what does Shakur do? Tio takes a big step in. Shakur takes a big step back. Again, always understanding because he has great eyes, understands boxing very well and movements. And Shakur's going